was charged with first and second degree criminal sexual conduct, both as first degree felonies, and third degree criminal sexual conduct as a second degree felony. In other criminal news, Alvin Isaac has been charged for burglary as a third degree felony, criminal trespass, and family violence, both as a misdemeanor. On Monday, June 28th, officers responded to a residence at Ironwood Estates in Total for a disturbance complaint. The victim told police that she was woken up by a loud banging at the front door around 6:20 a.m., suspecting it was Isaac. According to court documents, Isaac entered appearing to be drunk and began striking while holding down the victim with his left hand. The victim was yelling at him to leave and that he was not allowed in the residence. As the sister of the victim woke up, Isaac stopped hitting her and walked out of the residence, court documents stated. Officers noted that Isaac had a strong odor of alcoholic beverage, slurred speech, and had bloodshot, watery eyes. The mayor of Miami-Dade County says they are planning for the likely demolition of the Champion Towers South building, which partially collapsed last week. The president and first lady traveled to Surfside today to meet with officials and grieving families. 18 people are confirmed dead, while more than 140 people are unaccounted for. Skylar Henry reports from the White House.
Our message today is that we're here for you.
Words of comfort from the consoler-in-chief as the community of Surfside grieves last week's tragic condo building collapse. The president and first lady met behind closed doors with the families of building residents.
They had basic heart-wrenching questions. Will I be able to recover the body of my son or daughter, my husband?
Rescue efforts have resumed after a pause early Thursday. Officials say there were concerns over the structural integrity of the part of the building still standing.
There was a lot of activity, a lot of energy, and I think that all of our rescue workers were very excited to get back on that debris pile.
What you're doing here is incredible.
Earlier, President Biden thanked local first responders. The president is also pledging federal assistance in the rescue operations. A FEMA official says they'll have around 500 personnel on the ground by the end of the day.
I think I have the power, and we'll know shortly, that to be able to pick up 100% of the costs for the county and the state over the first 30 days.
We want to make sure, the world wants to make sure that a tragedy of this nature never, ever happens again.
Meanwhile, tributes from around the community continue to pour in. Skylar Henry, CBS News, the White House.
With regional headlines, here's KSPN 2 News.
Holidays Untitled Guam. Here's what's making headlines in the CNMI.
Vaccinations have given newfound hope to the tourism industry, but there's still work left to do. Locally, vaccination rates have slowed, and the government's now poised to roll out an incentive program. Governor Torres, who is in South Korea discussing a travel bubble, says the Korean visitor screening process was an interesting one.
Their process went really smoothly, and understanding the difficulties we've gone through on our protocol, I really appreciate the process that they have to keep other people safe, and the fact that we're here working with them. The people here has just been really, really nice, and their hospitality is excellent.
What are some of the things that you're talking about in the meetings? What issues come up? What is the work that you have to do in the coming days?
Well, they, believe it or not, they're tuned on our issues. They follow our COVID task force, our COVID responses, Sogen test kits. They really know that the partnership we have, especially for COVID, matters. The strong partnership, and I can't stop saying that word, strong partnership, because it's not just the COVID that they helped us. It's now again first in our to sign a travel bubble with Korea, and of course they are also with us, our first travel bubble.
What's the mood like with the public? Are the public there ready to travel? What do you see if you look in the months ahead?
Well, it's really exciting. We've met with a couple of the other tour agencies. They're excited. They actually, they got some suggestions how to free up more opportunities. We have an agency here that has chartered a flight for September, but wants to move it now sooner, seeing that we have this travel bubble arrangement with Korean government. But everyone here, just like I said, they're really hopeful. There's some stuff that we would like to better our travel bubble, but they also understand that when we make our CNMI safe, our community, and we emphasize that our priority is to make sure that our community is safe, because if our community is safe, then our tourists will be safe, and vice versa. So we encourage them to get vaccinated. And of course, we've been pushing really hard for our people in the CNMI to get vaccinated.
What do you see as vaccinations locally have slowed down a little bit? How do we get up to that 80, 85, 90% level that we want? What are some things that we can do?
Well, we have an incentive program. We should be rolling that out hopefully first thing next week, if not at least the middle part of next week. And we'll be giving an incentive every week until we reach our goal and even beyond that.
Torres says that Korean tourists could begin arriving in the latter part of July. Several of the details remain to be worked out. Discussions and negotiations are ongoing.
All I'm asking again is to believe in this process. Believe that they've always been the safety is our top priority, and that has never weathered, and it's still our priority. At the same time, we have vaccinations now, and we need to open up our tourists, but we're doing it safe. But we continue to ask our community to please get vaccinated as well.
For more news, please visit saipantv.com. For KSPN2, I'm Sally Limas.
Stay tuned. Next on Weekend Edition, we have our last profiles in Pride, and still to come, sports with Dave Delgado and My Liberation Hero. You're watching KUAM.
Get up-to-the-minute news, plus access to alerts, streaming radio, promotions, and more on your mobile device by downloading the KUAM News mobile app, available at the App Store now.
Half a day. As we look ahead to a brighter tomorrow, Matson's commitment to Guam and Micronesia remains stronger than ever. While the world around us is ever-changing, what remains unchanged is our commitment to you, our customers, and the island communities we serve. Shipping is what we do best, and serving our community is at the heart of everything we do. But we don't do it alone. This is why we support organizations that make caring for the people and the environment a top priority. We know that many count on Matson's lifeline services in the Pacific, and that's why we continue to work hard to ensure that our shipments remain on time all the time. Matson recently added another Aloha-class vessel to our schedule. We now have two of Matson's largest and fastest ships serving Guam from the U.S. West Coast and Hawaii. With our new state-of-the-art vessels, we stand ready to support the region's economic recovery. Thank you for the privilege of serving you for the last 25 years, and you can count on Matson to be here for the next 25 years and beyond.
Social distancing may be the new norm, but connection will always be our tradition. Through good times and tough times, we remain connected with you. Masks may be the new fashion, but protection will always be our style. You can always count on us to protect the things that matter the most. Sanitizing may be the new routine, but caring will always be our practice. We care about your loved ones and the things you value the most. And as we welcome our new normal, one thing remains certain: we will always be here for you. We're open and ready to serve you. CALVO'S Insurance, a legacy of trust.
Welcome back. June was Pride Month, and throughout the month, we highlighted incredible individuals in the LGBTQ community. We close out the series with Lieutenant Governor of Guam, Joshua Tenorio.
So I'm Josh Tenorio. I'm the Lieutenant Governor of Guam. I'm an openly gay man. I'm an elected office holder. I'm the first gay Lieutenant Governor in the United States, which is pretty cool. and I'm a big advocate of equality. I'm a co-founder of Equality Guam, which is a nonprofit that is dedicated to ensuring that there is equality in public policy and programs. That we, in particular, we are very interested in making sure that LGBTQ persons on Guam have access to health care, to housing, that families are protected, and that we will oppose any efforts to take any of the progress or to prohibit LGBTQ people or their family members from getting services or being treated the same as anybody else. When I grew up in the late 80s or in the mid to late 80s, and I graduated in 1991. I feel, it's a much different place 20 years ago than it is today. I guess, when you have people that say, "You're not gay, are you?" I mean, how are you supposed to answer that question? If I say yes, then I'm disappointing them. If I say no, then I'm lying. It really was, a big thing. I think maybe sometimes I think it was, the religion. It's not okay to be gay in the Catholic faith. I think it is right now, as long as you don't have a partner or if you don't have any relationships. But it's really impractical to think that an individual can't love whoever they want to love and follow the life that they want to live. Later on in life, when I started coming out to my friends, especially when I told my mom, I realized that it wasn't really going to be a big thing. I mean, there's people that don't like our lifestyle. They don't like that we exist, but we're here. We're not going anywhere, and I think that we deserve the same chance at happiness than everybody else. I think that it is more widely accepted, but I tell you that the opposition to it is still fierce. And for me, I always kind of think about the younger people that maybe don't have that support. Maybe they are feeling the same way I did, scared. And so I'm always trying to make sure that younger people can see that they have role models, they have people that have been in their shoes that can really succeed and win. And I think that to me, that's the most important thing, is not only to the young people, but even to their parents and people who love them, people who don't understand maybe our lifestyle. Maybe they have children that they suspect are gay and they don't know how to deal with it. I want them to see a bunch of us that we can thrive, and I want the kids to see that confidence. That, to me, that's probably the most important thing that I could do as a gay man and as a gay leader on the island. Well, you know what? If you look at, there's still a large number of LGBTQ youth that become homeless. There's still a whole bunch of them that become alienated with their families. There's some that come from very socially conservative or religious backgrounds, and it's a conflict for them. And so to me, the big threats are making sure that these young people or these people, whoever they are, have other people they can rely on. So, we see a lot of there's suicide with LGBTQ youth, both on Guam and in the States, is higher than the other groups that are around that, the other straight people, I guess. Same thing with substance abuse, these harmful things that are happening because maybe young people don't have ways to cope. They don't have the support systems. Those are, I would say, still big threats. And the challenge is trying to make sure that we can reach out to them and provide options for them to come in and try and get that safe space. All of us were made by God. We are all given the right to self-determination to live the best lives that we can without harming or hurting anybody. And I think that's the thing. If you can live your life and you don't harm, you don't hurt anybody, you follow the law, follow the rules, it shouldn't matter your sexual orientation for you to live your life. And I do see people still struggling with it, but I have to say that 2021 is a much better place than 1991. For sure, BJ Cruz, and I had the good fortune of working for him in the legislature. And I'll be honest with you, when I worked for him It was then that I realized that, you need to make sure that when you're upfront and honest with people, most of the time they don't really care. I have to say though that I was in middle school when he was appointed to be a judge. And if you look back in the news stories, you'll see that the community, at least some segments of the religious conservative community of ours, came out rather harshly against him. And I think that it caused, for me, there was a little trauma there, just seeing how somebody that is being appointed to a judge, and although he was able to survive that and become a very good judge, but seeing that kind of animosity and hatred, even for me, it kind of like set me back. It scared me. I see elements in the community that are just like that, and I think for me, it's my job to, if they start coming up against us, it's my job to lead the charge against them.
Coming up, local sports roundup. Keep it here.
Guam's auto appearance specialist, Elegant Reflections, has been providing the automotive industry with professional detailing and car care products at its highest quality, from complete detailing, full interior detailing, exterior detailing, headlamp restoration, hand washing, seat and carpet shampoo, engine degreasing, undercarriage cleaning, paint sealant, fabric protection, paint oxidation removal, and so much more. Visit us at our new location. Call 646-5555 for an appointment. Elegant Reflections, Guam's auto appearance specialist, over 20 years of experience.
Summer is here, and at Cars Plus, we have the perfect Jeep for your summer adventures. Whether you're going off-road or just getting ready to hit the beach down south, make this the summer event you find your Jeep, like the 2021 Jeep Wrangler or the 2021 Jeep Gladiator, equipped with Guam's only lifetime powertrain warranty. Call us at 477-7807 or visit our website at carsplusguam.com to schedule a test drive today. Cars Plus, driven by you.
KUAM Sports Weekend Roundup is brought to you by Gatorade. Greatness starts with G.
Teason High earned the title Champions of Champions after beating the Father Duenas Friars in an end-of-the-season exhibition match. The Titans won 25-20, 25-14, 26-28, 25-20.
Honestly, all we thought about in our heads is just consistency and, well, being efficient as well. And make sure we have a plan, we always execute. This is by far like one of my favorite, well, one of my best games. And luckily, it was a win too.
It felt great. Like, all the boys were looking forward to this game. And like, honestly, it feels unreal. Like, we all wanted this and we all came and we executed. When we're up, we're hard to stop. I believe in the boys that we're at that high level to perform at the best we can.
It was so much fun with all the boys, especially. We've been working hard ever since, and we always said play hard and always have fun. The things that went right for us was defense, placement, and our hitting especially. We played smart and we played hard.
I came into this game injured, but they pulled through. Everyone just sees Teason as carried by VJ and me, but they were carried by the whole team this year, and I got carried this one.
It was a team effort. Everyone kept their energy up. Everyone was talking, and it really paid off. I really think that if we keep our energy and just keep talking to each other, it creates a stronger bond between us boys. So yeah, that's what really helped us out by tonight.
Elmer Prudente will be representing Guam at the 2021 FIDE World Chess Cup in Sochi, Russia, this July 10th. This is the first time ever that a player from the Guam Chess Federation has been invited to compete in such a prestigious chess tournament.
This all started when there was a couple of old men playing chess in front of Micronesia Mall. That was way back in 2009. And more and more people were interested to watch and play. So we decided to form a chess club. And then we were noticed by the other chess associations in the region, like from Australia. And we started our first international tournament here on Guam. And that was in year 2012.
Elmer started playing chess when he was 9 years old. He played every day in the Philippines. Now that his kids are all grown up, he's back to competing and looks forward to representing Guam.
Makes you relax. You know, you don't think of anything. Just, I think it's the same thing as like doing your family. You make a decision. You make progress from everything you should. And the most important, I think, it's the way you prepared. You have a preparation. Yeah.
The FIDE World Cup is held every 2 years. The World Chess Cup consists of 128 players from different continents or zonal tournament winners. The winner will get the opportunity to challenge the reigning World Chess Champion. The Junior Nationals improved to 3-1 in the GML season after a walk-off win over the Agana Heights Cougars. Nolan Cruz picked up the win, pitching the Nats to the 9-8 victory. Cruz finished the game with 4 strikeouts. Franklin Annette Jr. was 3 for 4 at the plate with 2 runs. Tyler Santos was 3 for 6 with 2 runs and an RBI. Teammate Ricky Leon Guerrero and John Sablon both drove in 3 runs each. Starting pitcher Andre Camacho recorded 3 strikeouts. Cougars player Aiden McDonald finished the game 2 for 5 with 2 runs and an RBI. Napu San Miguel led the Cougars in the loss with 3 RBIs. Ray Quintaniza added another 2 in the losing effort. Agana Heights starting pitcher Kyle Hines added 3 strikeouts to his season total. Notre Dame rugby player Michaela Toigui finished a 2-week residency at the American Rugby Pro Training Center in Little Rock, Arkansas. Michaela was one of 12 girls from across the nation who lived and trained together as a team.
I found ARPTC back in October, and I put in all my information, and I just hoped to get a call back, and I actually didn't till April. But through October to April, I just kept training as if it was already set in stone because I knew I really wanted to go there. But in the midst of all that, I was just applying because I knew I needed to do something. I knew this summer I had to do something, and I had to put myself out there even if I didn't know how to. I just kept on Googling.
The Googling and persistency paid off as Itoigui was able to take advantage of the college scouting event. She was also able to network and speak to a few coaches who attended this year's event.
My head coach for the training center is also the head coach for Princeton. I got a really good relationship with her. Ivy League coaches and other universities with varsity rugby programs. I got to talk to all of them, and I got to become very familiar with them. They got to see me play, and I left Arkansas 3 days ago, and I've just been jumping on so many Zoom calls with these different coaches.
Michaela has spent over 2 years with Guam's Olympic weightlifting team. She wrestled for FD and was an all-island champion. She represented Guam on the U16 rugby team and received all-island honors for the 2020 high school season.
24/7, 4 trainings a day. Guam is hot, but Arkansas was hot too. We trained 4 times a day, and then to come back to our hotel and still have another session, which is recovery, because that's just as important as training. And well, it was all for the common goal of doing good at Falcon Sevens, which was the tournament we played at, and it paid off. We placed 3rd amongst 8 other teams that were from all over.
If you want to shine, you have to grind. Michaela knows if she wants to get to the next level, it's her dedication and commitment to working hard and putting in that work.
Will she run around? Not around Hattie. Nope, not around my.
Off season is the perfect time to try and find the weaknesses in your game, and that's exactly what I did during the pandemic. There's certain aspects in my performance that I knew needed polishing, and that's exactly what I focused on. And when I knew I was going to Arkansas, I just amped it all up. So my education is just as important as my passion for the sport, and they actually feed one another. When I work on one, it helps the other. So
KUAM Sports Weekend Roundup is brought to you by Gatorade. Greatness starts with G.
KUAM News, in partnership with the Guam Visitors Bureau, brings you the Guam Safe and WTTC Safe Travel Certified Program Showcase. Look out for this powerful symbol for visitors, island residents, and industry workers alike, as it represents establishments with a consistent global commitment to safety practices. Stamped with approval by the Guam Visitors Bureau and the World Travel Tourism Council. Every Monday on KUAM News will feature a different local business who's taken the Safe Guam and Safe Travels pledge to maintain health and safety standards to get Guam back on track. Log on to visitguam.com to see how your business can receive the designation, what businesses in our community are Guam Safe certified, and have the WTTC Safe Travel certified.
Welcome back. This week on My Liberation Heroes, we feature a submission from Claire Calvo, the daughter of Governor Paul and Rose Calvo.
My Liberation Hero, brought to you by Coast 360 Federal Credit Union, Ordot Dental Clinic, and Vince Jewelers. Claire writes, my mom and dad are two of the many Manumku who lived through and survived World War II here on our beautiful island. Their unyielding faith in God, in the spirit of our island, and in her people inspire me. Their faith and fortitude have taught me through life to not only survive, but to strive to thrive. For that, they are my liberation heroes. My Liberation Hero, brought to you by Coast 360 Federal Credit Union, Ordot Dental Clinic, and Vince Jewelers.
And before we close out the news tonight, our latest round of birthday shoutouts from the Cold Stone Creamery Birthday Club.
Weekend birthdays are especially awesome, so happy birthday Marina Perez Babata, who celebrates birthday number 18 this year. On Saturday, your family says we love you very much, coming from Jim, Mom, and Megan. And happy birthday number 36 to Roseanne O'Farron. Happy birthday to you, Roseanne. Also, happy birthday to KUAM's very own Joe Guerrero. We hope you enjoy the services that he provides, letting you watch all of his awesome programming on KUAM. Happy birthday, Joe, and from all of us at KUAM, have a good one. Then on Sunday, happy birthday to Lauren Phillips, who also celebrates birthday number 18. May you be inspired, your shout-out says, to live life to the fullest as you begin this new chapter of your life. We love you forever, say Mom and Dad. And Dan Keene, happy birthday, also number 18. Enjoy the fireworks on Sunday, 4th of July, babies, and have a safe and awesome time. It seems like yesterday we were celebrating your first birthday, and poof, you're 18 now. You are grown up to be a young, wonderful young man. We're proud of you and we love you, say Grandma Ree and all your familia.
Remember, you can be a part of the Cold Stone Creamery Birthday Club by registering online at KUAM.com. Please make sure to include with